Hours of protests and opposition to a controversial homeless ordinance was not enough to sway Mayor Carolyn Goodman and a majority of city council members.
City Council passed that bill last night. What it means is homeless people in Las Vegas can't camp out or sleep on Las Vegas streets. That's only if there's room in shelters. Fox 5's Enzo Marino spent the day with a woman who says she's been trying to get off the streets for a year. But first, let's go to Cassie Milnerick, who sat down for a one-on-one interview with the mayor.
Yeah, that's right. Mayor Goodman, well, she and I talked on everything from the implementation to this bill to even her heated exchange last night with all of those protesters. But she made one thing very clear, and that's she's very pleased with the passage of this bill and believes in the changes that we could see as a result.
We cannot have more meetings.
Well, that was just one explosive moment by Mayor Carolyn Goodman last night. And in our interview, she defended her actions, saying a majority of protesters and speakers were very rude and disrespectful to those in favor of the ordinance. She's also not fazed by national attention of candidates who spoke in support, or I should say opposition of this bill, calling out Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren for having similar laws in their states. I did ask the mayor about one of the biggest concerns raised by protesters, the idea of criminalizing homelessness. Mayor Goodman says the ordinance is built on compassion. She claims the focus for officers won't be to give out punishments. There's going to be a team of officers and a team from the city who will provide support to get the homeless back on their feet.
We have a MORE team, and it is out in the field talking to every homeless person. We have the most wonderful, gentle, kind, caring members of law enforcement out with us, helping and talking to individuals and saying, you're not allowed to sleep here, you're not allowed to encamp. Let us help you go down to the courtyard. We're going to make change. And it may be wrong, we're going to learn. But then we're going to fix what's wrong and make it right.
And this is actually not the first time that we've heard about a bill possibly going into effect like this. Even talks during Mayor Oscar Goodman's term. But Mayor Carolyn Goodman told me the resources simply were not there. But this homeless problem has continued to be a problem. She actually credited technology and the connection that it brings for the resources that it was able to provide in order to get this law passed. And we've heard from both sides of the issue. But what about the people who are personally impacted by this bill? Well, Fox 5's Enzo Marino spent the day with the homeless people. And Enzo, you're live from downtown. How are people reacting?
Yeah, Cassie, I'm here near the intersection of Ogden and 4th Street, where this is generally an area where a lot of homeless people gather. Earlier today, I spent the day with a homeless woman who said this ordinance just made her situation go from bad to worse.
This morning I sat for hours and only made what you call $1.50, and I know that we shouldn't panhandle, but how are we supposed to get something to eat?
54-year-old Cynthia Barrios is a widow. She became homeless after her trailer burned down 3 years ago and has been on the street ever since. Still, she gives thanks for every meal.
Do you have any family in Vegas?
No.
For money, she depends on the generosity of others.
I don't make very much. Most people ignore you. And if you get caught asking like for change or something, they'll throw you off free money. So.
Barrios says she tries to get a spot at the local shelters, but they're almost always full.
I don't know, it's scary. You know? The only way I found to get off the street is if I'm really blessed and I save all week long, I might be able to get a room, but it's rare.
Usually, she sleeps wherever she thinks she'll be safe.
This sign used to be in the dirt. I used to sleep in this square right here. Every single one of the shelters stay full every night.
Barrios says not only are the shelters occupied, but so are the safe spots on the street.
I slept in that driveway. I slept in the middle right there where the person's walking right there. I slept in the middle in the driveway. That'd probably be another place I'll sleep because it's getting too many people down there.
Barrio says she's been waiting to go before a judge. She has several health issues, and she's been waiting to go before a judge to get disability that'll hopefully get her off the street. But she's been waiting to do that for more than a year. Reporting live, I'm Enzo Marino, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
Thank you so much, Enzo. The American Civil Liberties Union, or an ACLU of Nevada, says it was disappointed when that ordinance passed. It says that ordinance is going to create more problems than it solves. And the executive director said homeless community needs resources, not punishments.
It's not as if they woke up one day and said, I'm going to go live on the sidewalk. That sounds like a good alternative for me in my circumstances. They ended up there because they can't afford housing. They ended up there because of either their economic situation or their health situation. We have to solve those problems in order to get them into housing.
That executive director says the ACLU is reviewing that ordinance and trying to decide if and how they can move forward legally against it.
Now that the ordinance is passed, here's what comes next. On Sunday, public officers will start warning people on the streets downtown about the ordinance and when it will go into effect. And then sleeping, camping, and other activities become a misdemeanor on January 1st. For more information on how this ordinance breaks down, just check out our website, fox5vegas.com.